Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. For today's video, I'm going to be providing an update on my favorite company in the market right now, none other than Hut 8 Mining. They just came out with impressive Q2 numbers. They've seen a massive move in share price over the last month, and I think this is really just the beginning of a major bull run for this company over the next couple of years. Now, before we get into all that, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a huge help to myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. And let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Hut's Q2 numbers, if you're currently holding shares, and how you think they stack up to some of the other players in the crypto mining space. Now, with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be providing an update on Hut 8 Mining Corporation, trades under the ticker symbol HUT on the Toronto Stock Exchange, as well as the NASDAQ in the United States. I was really excited to get this video out. Honestly, I was hoping to get it out last week, but I guess better late than never. In this video, we're going to be talking about Hut's impressive Q2 numbers that came out last week and the massive rally we've seen in share price over the last month. So as you can see, this is as of close on Friday, August the 12th. Huge day for Hut 8 Mining, up 71 cents Canadian or just under 19% on the day to close out just north of $4.50. And keep in mind, you guys, this company was trading sub $2 just a month ago. And as you can see in the thumbnail, Hut 8 Mining is now up over $2.60 in the past month, which equates to about 136%. So for any of you who've been following this company, following my videos, and you were able to pick up some shares or call options over the last month, you've done extremely well. And I personally think this is just the beginning of the rally we're going to see with some of these small cap crypto miners. And that's exactly what you can see on the screen here. So if we look back to the middle of July, you can see Hut 8 Mining was trading at $1.89. Absolutely massive rally throughout the month here, you guys. And again, congrats to anyone who's currently holding shares. Now, based on this recent rally, we're now sitting at a market cap just shy of $900 million. And again, I expect us to see that $1 billion milestone very soon here if the price of Bitcoin continues to move in the right direction. Now, the big news I wanted to cover in today's presentation specifically are the Q2 numbers, which came out on Thursday, August 11th. Now, again, the crypto miners in this space, Bitfarms, Hut 8 Mining, they put out monthly production updates. So for the most part, these quarterly announcements are really nothing new, especially to people who are closely following those monthly production results. But the thing that's important here specifically about the financial results is it really grabs the attention of people who aren't closely following these companies. And that's exactly what we saw with the massive rally on Friday following the Q2 results. So you can see in the bullet points, strong quarterly revenue of $44 million. Their Bitcoin holdings increased nearly 15% to close out Q2 at 7,406 Bitcoin, and they achieved record adjusted EBITDA of $6.8 million. So if we now scroll down to the actual highlight section here, you can see their revenue increased by $10.3 million up to that $43.8 million compared to only $33.5 in Q2 of last year. The company mined just shy of 950 Bitcoin, so 946 Bitcoin for Q2 of this year, which is a 71% increase compared to Q2 of last year. So that really is a testament to the growth and the hash rate that they've seen over the last year. And they specifically call out the ramping up of activities at their North Bay, Ontario site, or their third mining site in North Bay, Ontario here in Canada. Now, equally important, and one of the things I really like about Hut 8 Mining compared to some of the other crypto miners we talk about on the channel is they've differentiated themselves by having multiple different revenue streams. So they actually purchased a data center business, which is involved in high performance computing. We're going to look at that in their investor presentation in a second here. But for the quarter, that high performance computing operation actually generated $4.7 million. And the majority of that actually shows up as contract revenue, which is recurring revenue each and every month. So this is really important. And this is one of the main reasons I love this company, you guys, is they've got other forms of revenue that actually can sustain the business rather than having to rely on the sale of Bitcoin. And that's why Hut 8 Mining currently holds the biggest reserve of self-mined Bitcoin of any of these public companies. We obviously saw Bitfarms sell off a a large portion of their Bitcoin in Q2, and that was really to finance their operations because they don't have alternate revenue streams like we see with Hut 8 Mining's high performance computing division. Now, in terms of their operations in North Bay, Ontario, they've gradually ramped up with approximately 20 megawatts of power and 5,800 miners being installed as of June 30th. So in total, that's adding approximately 565 petahash to Hut 8 Mining's overall capacity, and the company also installed 7,200 new miners between their Drumheller, Alberta, Medicine Hat, Alberta, and North Bay, Ontario facilities during the quarter. So with the addition of those new miners, that brings our overall capacity or hash rate to 2.78 exahash. Again, as of June 30th, this is a 9% increase compared to last quarter, and we have started to see Bitfarms pull ahead in terms of hash rate, you guys. So they're now generating substantially more Bitcoin than Hut 8 on a monthly basis. However, Hut 8 still has the advantage, in my opinion, because of that large reserve and their diversified revenue. Now, with that being said, if we scroll into the financial summary, one of the big numbers that jumps out here, you guys, is the net loss for the quarter. So they put up an $88 million net loss. Now, to a lot of people who aren't familiar with this company, that number is going to stand out like a sore thumb. And if you look in the commentary here, net loss for Q2 was $88 million, which equates to a net loss of 49 cents per share. And that's up dramatically from the net loss of only $4 million or 3 cents per share in Q2 of last year. Now, the reason for that is a non-cash revaluation loss on their digital assets. So because Hut 8 Mining holds so many Bitcoin in reserve, as the price of Bitcoin changes, and obviously we've seen it drop over Q1 and Q2 of this year, they have to revalue that reserve, and that's what really led to that huge net loss we saw in Q2. So for me, I'm not worried about that at all because they're holding on to that Bitcoin. They've got that hold on for dear life strategy. So regardless of what the current price is or valuation of that reserve, I'm looking at this over the long run, and I'm confident that the price of Bitcoin will recover and actually surpass the all-time highs we saw last year. Now, the other number I wanted to specifically call out was the average cost of mining each Bitcoin. So that came in at $25,900 for Q2 of this year compared to $24,700 in Q2 of last year. The average cost increase was primarily driven by higher power prices, which was partly offset by the deployment of more efficient miners. So those were some of those miner upgrades we just talked about, but that's a key number to keep in mind here, you guys, especially when comparing these different crypto mining companies. 25,900 is the golden number to keep in mind for Hut 8 Mining. So overall, a very strong quarter despite the macro headwinds we've seen in the crypto market and the price of Bitcoin overall. Hut 8 continues to expand their operations, their capacity, their hash rate. It looks like their costs are coming in line with expectation. And again, they didn't have to sell any of their reserve. Plus, they've got about $4.7 million of revenue being generated from their data centers or their high performance computing division. Now, with that being said, if we jump over to the investor presentation, there's a couple of key things I wanted to call out, specifically why I'm so bullish on Hut 8 Mining over the next couple of years. Now, number one, for those of you who aren't super familiar with this company, this map just shows their operations. So one of the ways they've differentiated is actually this data center business, which also gives them exposure to Web3 and gaming. So they've got 5 data centers currently operational, all of which are in Canada here. So Kelowna, BC, Vancouver has 2, Vaughan, Ontario, and Mississauga, Ontario. Now, their mining operations, we talked about a little bit earlier, 2 in Alberta, so Drumheller and Medicine Hat. The third is in North Bay, Ontario. Now, one thing you'll notice, you guys, is all of their operations are located here in Canada. And that's another big point of differentiation from Bitfarms, which has operations in the United States and South America. So that's another key difference. You're getting diversified revenue and you're getting 100% Canadian operations. Now, why that's important, you guys, is really due to the regulatory environment and the political stability in Canada compared to some of these other countries. Now, the United States, I expect to act very similar to Canada in terms of Bitfarm and crypto mining legislation, but South America really is a wild card. I don't know enough about the political environment there, and that is definitely a question mark for Bitfarm's operations. Now, we've talked about the huge capacity they're bringing online in South America, Bitfarms that is. That's going to be a major ace up their sleeves if it works as planned. However, if something changes dramatically there in terms of the government, their position on Bitcoin mining, or the geopolitical climate, that could drastically impact Bitfarms' operations, whereas Hut 8 Mining is in a stable environment that should continue to act very favorably over the next few years. Now, the other thing I really like about Hut 8 Mining is they've got multiple different irons in the fire or growth engines over the next couple of years. So obviously mining digital assets is this company's bread and butter, specifically Bitcoin. They also mine Ethereum, although because of the merge that's currently going on and Ethereum shifting from proof of work to proof of stake, that soon will come to an end. However, in the interview we conducted with Sue Ennis, she informed us that they're simply going to shift their mining operations to the next most lucrative coin. So mining digital assets is number one bread and butter for this company. The second growth engine called out here is referred to as working their stack. That's really talking about leveraging that huge reserve of cryptocurrency, again, Bitcoin, to generate revenue opportunities, whether it's lending it out, staking, or providing other investment return. And then the third growth engine is the HPC, infrastructure services or high performance computing, which is going to open up limitless potential, as we're going to see on the next slide, for future growth and revenue opportunities. So a multi-pronged approach here, you guys, not a one-trick pony. You're getting that strong digital asset mining underlying business, but they're layering all of these other growth engines and revenue opportunities on top of that, which again makes this a very well diversified and safe investment in my personal opinion. And this slide here shows a great high-level visual of the various different opportunities coming down the line. So you've got their mining division, that's going to open up opportunities in Web3, modernized cloud opportunities, and blockchain storage. And then their high performance computing division gets them involved with gaming, Web3, and potential FX and render opportunities. So you can see on the left, Hut 8 is one of the top vertically integrated blockchain and data infrastructure companies, powering the future of the web and the backbone of enterprise data industry. So again, multiple different opportunities that you're really not getting with some of the other crypto miners. And to conclude today's presentation, I love this slide, you guys, because it really shows the snowball effect that Hut 8 Mining and the leadership team have created here. So you can see this is really the vision for Hut 8 Mining's business model. And it really all starts with their proprietary mining business. So they're going to fund their mining operations. They're going to continue to upgrade their hash rate, their capacity. That's going to in turn increase their reserve of Bitcoin, that hold on for dear life strategy. By having that huge reserve, they're going to be able to earn revenue on that Bitcoin stack. That's going to in turn give them the opportunity to invest and grow their high performance computing and data center business. And that business is going to generate dynamic internal revenue that they can then reinvest in their mining operations. So I love this ecosystem, you guys. Each activity feeds into the next, and it makes the company stronger overall. And again, this is why I have such high conviction in Hut 8 Mining, and this company currently represents my biggest position in all of my portfolios or accounts combined. So with that being said, I'd be super curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you think of their Q2 numbers? What do you think of Hut 8 Mining's business model compared to some of the others on this channel? And are you currently holding shares of this company? Are you buying more? Are you looking at call options? What is your strategy to trade Hut 8 moving into the next couple of quarters? If you're still watching the video at this point in time, hopefully you found some value, so make sure you hit the like button. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.